There is a quiet process happening inside you right now that is shaping everything you call reality. And the strange thing is, many of us are not even aware that it is happening. There is something about the mind so subtle that it easily goes unnoticed, even by those who observe deeply. What you experience as reality is not simply seen, it is assembled. Moment by moment, something inside you is receiving, organizing, interpreting, and then presenting a world that feels absolutely real. To understand this, we can begin with a simple doorway. Manas, the sensory mind. This is the part of you that receives information from your five senses: ears, eyes, nose, tongue, sounds, sensations, images. It is like an open window allowing impressions to enter. But notice carefully, it does not understand what it receives. It only gathers. A sound arises, the mind receives it. A sensation in the body, the mind registers it. But at this stage, there is no meaning yet, only raw experience. Now, something deeper begins to move. Chitta, the field of memory. Everything you have experienced, every impression, every past moment, whatever you have seen, is stored here, not as static memory, but as living patterns. When a new sensation appears, this memory responds. It offers something similar from the past. A sound is heard, and instantly, without your effort, a memory pattern rises, not consciously, silently, automatically. And now, a third movement begins. Buddhi, the intelligence that interprets. It takes what is received and what is remembered, and it makes a decision. It asks, what is this? It compares, matches, filters, and then concludes, this is a voice, this is danger, this is familiar. And here is the subtle truth. It is not seeing reality directly. It is in the dark receiving. It is inferring. It is guessing based on patterns from the past. And then the final layer quietly appears, ahamkara, the sense of self. The moment something is interpreted, the sense of self steps in and claims it. I hear this. I feel this. This is happening to me. And suddenly, the experience becomes personal. Now observe the whole movement. A sound arises, the mind receives it, the memory offers the past, the intelligence interprets it. The sense of self claims it. And just like that, a world is created. Seamless, instant, convincing. So convincing that you never question it. Now, see this even more clearly. Imagine a modern computer. Information is constantly being input through a keyboard, through sensors, just as your senses feed the manas, the mind. Inside, there is memory, vast storage, holding everything that has been recorded. This is like chitta, the memory. Then there is processing, an intelligence that compares data, recognizes patterns, makes decisions. This is buddhi, the intellect. And finally, there is the interface, the screen, where everything appears as a coherent world. This is ahamkara, the sense of self, the user who believes, I am experiencing this. But look deeper. The entire system is running automatically. Programs, conditioned responses, habitual reactions, all executing in the background. And you have taken the display to be reality. In meditation, something profound begins to happen. As you go deeper, in scientific terms, from the state of alpha, beta, theta, the activity of the mind slows down. The surface noise fades, and you enter a quieter rhythm, a more receptive state. And here the system is no longer overstimulated. It becomes open, like a computer, no longer overwhelmed with input, but ready to be rewritten, reprogrammed. In this depth, you are not reacting. You are not identified with the programs. You are simply aware. And in that awareness, the old patterns lose their grip. Because now you are not inside the program. You are seeing it, and when something is clearly seen, it begins to dissolve or reorganize at a deeper level than you imagined, not through effort, but through presence. And now a deeper question arises. If all of this is happening, then what is aware of it? There is something very quiet, very still, that is noticing, manas receiving, chitta responding, buddhi interpreting, ahamkara claiming. This noticing does not interfere. It does not judge. It does not construct. It simply sees. And when you rest here, even for a brief moment, the whole structure of experience begins to soften. The world continues. The mind continues. The sense of self continues. But you are no longer inside the movement. You are behind it as a living presence, a silent witness, untouched, unchanging, always here. And perhaps this is the beginning of true transformation, where the old programs no longer define you, and awareness itself becomes the background of a new way of being. If this glimpse feels real to you, then do not collect it as knowledge. Stay with it, observe it, and allow this witnessing to deepen until the mind is no longer your center, and awareness becomes your home.